Hey, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to Piper Academy. I'm your host, Army Piper, bringing you news, bringing you charts, bringing you TA, and everything that you need to know to have knowledge because knowledge is profit here on Piper Academy every Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I don't do this alone anymore. I am no longer alone. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, and then I realized that I could do this with OC by my side. What's up, OC? How you doing, brother?
What is up, Piper? Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm very glad to be here, and thank you so much. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Just enjoying my first time here. It seems like it's a very nice place.
You like that? You got a great studio down there that we put down in Cozumel for you there. So, hey, people don't know who you are, so go ahead and tell them who you are, and then we're going to jump into this. We got a lot of news to cover today, but first, more importantly, OC, who are you, bro?
Hello, everyone, and this is OC. You can call me OC. Everybody calls me OC. This is a construction of my actual name. It's in Spanish. It's pretty complex, so we can stick to that one. I'm a graduate architect. I love geometrics. I love mathematics. I did specialize on VFX, and then also I started finding my way through Chart Prime and also the charts. So basically, now I'm the master instructor of Chart Prime and I'm deep within the charts and also get to meet Piper on the chart prime Discord. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
a little bit about
absolutely.
me.
And how long have you been doing charting, trading, stuff like that? So just so the people know.
So I've been on the charts around roughly 4 years. I did actually started mining because I had a big equipment to do VFX processing. So I jumped in mining, and whenever I started going everything great and stuff, well then I decided to dive in between the math and the patterns in the charts. I find a love for it because I know it relates to my career.
Your
And yeah, I've
brain,
been doing
your
this
brain, your
for
brain triggers with it.
yes, it does. Actually, with triangles, that is my weak spot.
Nice. Absolutely. All right, man. So we got some great news today. XRP absolutely rocketing for the past day and a half now. It's just insane. Everything's moving good, but XRP absolutely crushing it. So let's go ahead, do a quick run into the economic stuff here, and then we're going to get into a couple of articles straight into the charts after that. Let's go and jump into the news, guys. We've got the economic calendar going on here. So taking a look here, this is up on the Kabisi letter on X marks the spots, the key week events for the week. We got Fed Chair Powell speaking on Wednesday. Nothing really big today or tomorrow, guys. Initial jobless claims on Thursday. Then Jay Powell's going to be speaking again because he just likes to come out and wreck the markets or something. I don't know. Or pump them. It's been going either way lately. Consumer sentiment data on Friday, which I'm suspecting that might be a little low. We'll look at that in a second. And then 10% of the S&P 500 reports earnings are coming in this week. So total of 12 Fed speakers going on. All attention remains on the Fed as normal. So that's what we've got there. Let's go ahead and jump onto that. And you can see here, that's I told you, not a lot going on today or tomorrow, just a lot of Fed speak going on. And then let's see where the sentiment is at right there. Michigan consumer sentiment, they're actually expecting that it's going to be down on consensus, but up on forecast. So flip a coin on that one. We'll see what happens. Let's go check out the FOMC percentages here. Get off their ad. There we go. 90.2% chance that we're going to have another pause on December 13th. We're a little over a month away from that. As a matter of fact, what are we? Let's go see. We are at 37 days and 4 hours away from that next FOMC data release, and it looks like right now 90.2% chance of a pause. Moving on to January, we got an 84.6% chance of a pause there. So in the past 24 hours, give a little refresh, get fresh with it. Jump onto the 24-hour here, looking at the liquidations. Past 24 hours, 42,655 traders were liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $111.3 million. And the largest single liquidation order happened on Bybit. It was Bitcoin. Someone lost $5.2 million in a single trade. So, not sure how that happens, but good Lord.
And I complain about a stop loss.
Right, right. We need to teach them about stop losses. Maybe they need to start watching
Absolutely.
Piper Academy. I'm just saying. All right, so taking a look here, guys, we got another news article. You hear all the time about how bad we are doing here in the crypto world because all of our stuff is scams. All of our exchanges are going to rug pull and take all of our money and manipulate everything. Here you go. $40 trillion in unrealized losses hits JP Morgan Chase as Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup face exposure to U.S. Treasuries. Guys, I don't think the bank pain is done yet. JP Morgan Chase has quietly revealed tens of billions of dollars in losses on securities. Yeah, did I say 40 trillion? I meant $40 billion. My bad. Too many zeros there. I'm used to seeing the federal debt. The new numbers were located in a footnote on the firm's third quarter. It was a footnote. So that new number was a footnote that they put on their third quarter financial supplements. Like, hey, let's try to bury this and hide this wherever we can so that this is, we have to report it, but let's put it in the most discreet place possible because that's not shady at all. The news follows a new quarterly report from Bank of America that was revealing how it now has a total of $131 billion in unrealized losses. So there you go. Banks rocking it, doing great. At this point, I am a better investor than any of these college graduate, master's degree bank CEOs. So I'm proud of myself. Good, congrats there, OC. You are better than all of the investors at JP Morgan Chase Bank. Um,
Oh my God,
uh,
that is just amazing to
Eric
say the
Wallen,
least.
Eric Wall in the chat said, "Don't worry, Piper. We'll print money to bail them out." No crap, bro. That is so true. Um, Amazon getting into the NFT game, guys. Amazon announces plan to gift its subscribers free NFTs. So too long, didn't read. Let's go ahead and go through this because we want to get into the charts. We've got a lot of charting to do today. Amazon has announced that it will gift its subscribers free gaming NFTs, diverse offerings, and strategies to engage users. Amazon's rumored venture into developing its own NFT marketplace has sparked considerable anticipation. However, the retail giant has already begun its NFT journey via its Prime Gaming portal, where it offers a selection of NFTs for free to its subscribers. For those subscribed to Amazon Prime, a variety of free NFTs are readily available, presenting an array usable within existing blockchain games. So there you go. Not sure how big of a deal that's going to be in the long run, but it is cool to see. This is what adoption looks like, guys, just so you know. Unrealized losses, bond market losses. That does not sound healthy and strong, like Chair Powell stating. Fact, C90. Absolutely factual statement there. Justin Eubanks, what's going on, brother? Ada Ace. Yeah, so what do you think? You think that Amazon Ada should get into some Cardano NFTs? Like, if they're not doing that, they're missing the train. I know what you're going to say to that one. Uh, Elon Musk back in the news, disrupting the social media world. So here we go. Elon Musk XAI startup sets to disrupt social media with Grok AI integration. We're going to talk about this in a second, OC, but I just want to point out here.
Absolutely.
So he's got a new AI coming out called Grok. And I read about what Grok was, but I don't recall offhand right now. But it's something to do with like Martian language from some old series. Something nerdy, something very Elon. Too long, didn't read. Elon Musk XAI startup has announced Grok, an AI bot designed to be humorous and interactive, with plans to integrate it into the X app. Grok is in early beta right now, available to X verified users, and will open to X Premium Plus users after the beta. It aims to propel Musk's vision of X becoming the all-encompassing everything app for users. So there you go. OC, this guy here always bringing us something great and new. Let's jump to the duo cam. Uh, AI from Elon Musk. So what do you think, man?
Oh my God. First of all, please let me thank you all here today. You see OCOC. Thank you so much, Dean. I teach you. If I'm missing you, please let me know. But thank you so much for this. So warm. Welcome. So talking about the AI, I mean, I love AI, right? I'm using it myself. But I think something that we need to take into consideration is everything will be monetized, right? So we also need to take into consideration that OpenAI was also leaked on X, right? And they are hosting a conference today. They are supposed to be bringing some very interesting things, and the name of their new kind of like a layout or it is Gizmo, right? So it's bringing a ton of things that also Elon Musk is bringing. Nonetheless, remember that Elon Musk new one, it's 16, or it's going to be somewhere around 16 per month, right? So I think that
Yeah,
it's
it's something like
very
$16 a month is what I saw. Yeah.
yeah, so it's gonna be very tight fight because Elon Musk has a very solid fan base, and we know that when he announces something, he goes very seriously on it until he gets boring. But I don't think this is one of those things that he's gonna just to throw away easily.
Yeah,
And yeah, I
like
mean,
dropping $45 billion on a when you know you're overpaying for a social media platform. He's willing to do a lot of things if he wants it, right? So yeah, and that
absolutely,
$16, of
absolutely,
course, it's going to be monetized. But I have Chat GPT-4. I actually pay more than that for Chat GPT-4, and it's has a cutoff of historical data that I can't get to. Where, according to what I read on Grok, it's going to be integrated into X. So anything that is in X with new and current information, it will be able to use those links to pull that from Web 2 internet and get that information through X. So if it's on X and someone has shared an article, they can get that newest article to pull information from for the AI write up. So using X as its portal to newer data. So kind of interesting perspective there. But yeah, that's old Elon there. Let me get back to a couple of more things here, and then we're going to jump into charts, OC.
absolutely, no
Taking a
problem.
look here, guys. Yep, thanks. This is China does not want to miss out. And first, let me go back here and show you this because this is where the original start off is here. Let me go to my bookmarks. Bookmarks, please. There we go. And right there, folks, check it out. New Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commissions, the Chinese version of the SEC, um, probably less corrupt, sadly, uh, is considering the introduction of a Bitcoin spot ETF. So here's the question: will we see a spot ETF for Bitcoin come out of China, who has banned Bitcoin now like 100+ times, before we get an ETF for spot in the United States? So it's an SFC versus the SEC. I'm sure that there are odds running in Vegas right now as we speak. Let's go and
And
jump.
this brings Yeah, and
Go
this
ahead.
brings
Go
a
ahead.
ton of memories back because I think a month ago we were looking at the morning coffee on the Chart Prime Discord. This new show that I'm running where I was going to kind of like very odd possibilities in the world, right? And one of those things is that we've been seeing China ditching a couple of the or a ton of American debt, but also cashing in or bringing in some real cash, right? And we were also talking about how China is slowly turning around and following the US steps. So bringing up an ETF like you mentioned, I mean, that is suspicious to say the least, but also great for the crypto market.
Well, but you got to remember too, and this is an interesting perspective. We've seen a lot of innovation leave in the United States. A lot of companies being forced out due to lack of regulation, lack of guidance, lack of clarity, regulation through punishment, as we've been seeing the SEC do. Maybe this is China's way of trying to, prop up their, open sign to a lot of the innovation sector out there. Like, look, we're even going to get this before the United States does. I mean, there's a lot. They play 4D chess over there in China, man. So
Yes.
it's hard telling what their intent and agenda is. But yeah, very interesting that they're now promoting the idea of getting a spot ETF for Bitcoin. And if they come out and grab it first before the United States, after ours have been in for like over a year, a lot of these companies have, like Grayscale, it's going to be absolutely insane what's going to happen with the SEC. They're going to be like, really? China just put this on the table in November. It was approved in December. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
We'll
let's
see.
finish. Let's go see what this article says here, man. China does not want to miss out. Community reacts to Hong Kong spot Bitcoin ETF news here. So the cryptocurrency community is excited. I bet they are about the Hong Kong government reportedly weighing the launch of a spot cryptocurrency exchange traded fund, aka ETF, amid the ongoing regulatory pushbacks of such products in the United States. Hong Kong's potential entrance into the spot crypto ETF here, it could be significant development in the context of the economic confrontation between the U.S. and China. Exactly what I was just saying there. So, Arthur Hayes took to X, formerly Twitter, on November 6th to express excitement over competition between the two economies, emphasizing that this competition, which will eventually be good for Bitcoin. So let's go, hashtag Bitcoin. Let's get it. Let's go and look at the last article. This is the main article for today, people. Why is Ripple pumping? Jesus, has XRP been just absolutely rocking? You know, we've got this thing coming up with Ripple Labs about to launch an IPO. Well, folks, take it out. This might be why XRP is up 10% in comparison to the 3 to 4% that everything else is moving. And even XLM, little brother to XRP, typically move in pairs. It is actually up 7% today. So here we go. XRP approved by Dubai Financial Services Authority. The XRP token now stands to benefit from legal and regulatory clarity in the DIFC, according to the announcement. XRP token has been approved by the Dubai Financial Services Authority, allowing firms in the Dubai International Financial Center to incorporate the cryptocurrency into their virtual asset services. Ripple Labs, the San Francisco-based payment firm, announced this on Thursday. So this is huge, folks. XRP's approval will enable institutions located in the DIFC to use cryptocurrencies for global value transfers. XRP joins Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin as cryptocurrencies that are approved by the DFSA. So for those that don't know, there's a huge amount of crypto people, innovation services sector industries out there in Dubai. So that's where crypto operates. There's all kinds of things you can do with crypto there. I talked to a couple of people out there. You can buy real estate out there with crypto super easy. So they do a lot of things over crypto there. They are not afraid to embrace the awesome technology that the blockchain is. So this is just massively big, and this was actually approved late Friday, but the news was actually pushed out this weekend, and that's when we started to see the move based on what I was seeing here. So let's go ahead and jump into charts. Do you have anything you want to show? You want to lead them off with some TA on XRP, OC?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's
Yes,
go. Get it,
absolutely.
bro. It's on you.
Let's go. Perfect, guys. Just let's take a look at first before we jump right straight to XRP. Something that I want to bring up here. And guys, thank you so much again for your comments. I'm reading them all. Thank you so much, Crypto Trace. Gracias, gracias. And let's jump into this Twitter post because this is important, guys. I mean, we are seeing a ton of FOMO right now since XRP has been jumping like crazy, right? But guys, remember that in my point of view, just like also we can see here on Mato CT, it is that the alt season will become after the price of the halving event of Bitcoin. So we might not be there yet, right? As you can see, this is not only me saying it, this is also somebody else on Twitter, you know, like phase 1, Bitcoin, phase 2, Ethereum, phase 3, large caps, right? And then phase 4, all season. Guys, if you want to take a look at this one, just go visit his X post. It's right there for you guys. But just so we understand, I don't think we are jumping into the old season quite yet. Although, again, just like I tweeted before, or I exit before, I believe that we're going to have a ton of volatility on the crypto space as we start getting closer and closer to the ETF and also to the Bitcoin halving. So at this point, I want to take a look at a couple of free indicators that I have here. The first one is the squeeze momentum, and the second one is a DMI, ADX, and key levels. I usually on these key levels take a look at only the ADX section because that is pointing at me how strong the movement, the current movement is. All right. So also the squeeze momentum, just as its name implies, it is measuring the squeeze of the movement. All right. So we've been seeing XRP breaking everything, but the most important part here is that we've been consistently breaking through, finding support, breaking through, finding support, breaking through. So at this point, once we start seeing momentum decreasing or strength decreasing on the ADX, or even in the squeeze momentum, something like a darker green, well then it will be safe to say that we could start looking for a repositioning if you haven't entered on XRP. I mean, at this point, I think it is basically unknown where exactly it's going to be bouncing, but I guess we have a very solid strategy and also points of view. Like, for example, we could be looking at our daily supports and resistances, like, for example, all the way here. And as the title of this video is, look at where is daily compared to where is this price looking at. We still had a ton of momentum, and we are not shy on keep pushing it up. So, Piper, what do you think about this? Maybe you have those magical charts that we can take a look at.
Absolutely. Let me jump over here. OC, that's good. That was really good, TA. But I do want to point out some fib levels here. We do have some major resistance coming in right before that $1 mark, guys, and that's the 75 cent mark. And I talked about this. I talked about this a while back when we were rejecting here on this 382 that we had here on our fibs. You can see that we did a lot of pullback on here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. Matter of fact, yesterday, Sunday, yep, we had about 8 hours of rejection right here. Let me bring that in just so you can see. We had about 8 hours of rejection on this 382. We then came up, had about another 8 hours of rejection right here on the 50. Remember, anything under the 50, bearish. Anything above it, bullish. What happened? We got a candle above it, and then it just continued to rock it. And I do want to point out here that on our strong buy indicator that we got from Chart Prime all the way back here on the 19th of October. So yeah, shout out to Chart Prime on that call there. It was beautiful. These indicators, by the way, guys, linked down in the description below. You can get them yourself. It's 45% off at checkout on your first monthly or quarterly. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys, don't get it yet. We have a massive sale coming up soon. There's going to be all kinds of new stuff coming out, so hold off on that. Don't use the link today. Wait, because you're going to want what's coming. Yeah, here, guys, right now, we got this pump above the 50. We started to move up. Off of that buy indicator, we had take profit 1, take profit 2. XRP said, yeah, screw your take profit. We're going to continue up on a whole nother candle here. And I believe this is like almost a 5% candle. Let me see here. Yeah, this was a 4.5% in that ballpark percent move. So now we're heading into the golden pocket. And the reason this is relevant, guys, a lot of times we get rejection in the golden pocket. So if you're not used to seeing what goes on with the golden pocket, or you don't know how it works, that's why you're here, because knowledge is profit. And I'm trying to give you some knowledge here. We do have a chance for a rejection on this either 0.618 or on this 0.66 of the golden pocket. Now, if we break into here and we continue up and we, get a couple of rejections off of this, excuse me, don't trip out. It's going to be okay. However, if it rejects back down, I'm going to look for the 50 to be a support retest. Okay. This would be a good retest to have. It would be healthy for it. Don't get freaked out. Everything would cool off. Give us a nice cool off and retest back to here at that 68 cent mark. Still bullish. But if we break into here and we hold this 618 and we start trading in this range here, perfect opportunity first off for scalping inside of this range if it stays there long enough. Secondly, very likely heading up to the platinum pocket. Now, I know it said a $1 XRP, and I do think that long term, absolutely going to hit XRP sometime in the not too far future. However, this golden pocket and this platinum pocket are going to be massive, massive fight for XRP, in my opinion. I think that it's going to I think it's going to have the opportunity to give people a chance to get back in. So if you missed out, not financial advice, but don't FOMO in and buy the big blue candle here on my chart, but the big green candle, because you know what that big green dildo will do to you every time if you are not careful. So we do have good action going here. We do have good pumps going here. A lot of bullish news coming out on XRP. However, at the end of the day, I do think we're going to have opportunities for either a bounce off of the 618 coming back down to here, or at least get proven support here on the 618. It never hurts the DCA. If you're looking at going, okay, it's moved so far, and didn't get in here, I didn't get in here, I didn't get in back on Friday 3 weeks ago when Army Piper told me to in the Investing Bros Discord. By the way, if you're not in there, that link's down below too, and you should get into the Investing Bros Discord, because a lot of times over there for the silver community, silver membership community, I dropped some tidbits of knowledge, like, hey, I'm buying these items, and that's what I am DCAing into today, which was long before the pump. Would I sell it on the IPO pump? No, bro, because this is my hodl bag. Eric Wallen asked, let's go back to Duo Cam here for a second, OC. Eric Wallen asked, will I sell my XRP on the IPO pump? No, I will not. This is my hodl bag. I have been DCAing way below those current levels, and I am looking for more opportunities to actually add to my bag. So long term, I am super bullish on the items, on the assets that I told you guys I was going to be purchasing. And OC, just for the community here, what do you have in your hodl bag? What's in your hodl bag?
All right. All right, my huddle bag is mainly Bitcoin. I mean, I would not say that I'm a maximalist, but I'm aiming for Bitcoin. Why? Because, and I know, Piper, you're gonna give me the looks right now, but I really like proof of work, right? I mean, let
Yep.
me get that out there, because I think you like better.
It
proof
is
of
it,
work,
it
right?
is no I think proof of work is I think it's a more secure and decentralized network. Absolutely. So
Yeah, I
does
mean,
it
and I
doesn't mean
also
that I
believe.
hate proof of stake, but I do
No,
think
yeah.
that proof of work is better. Yeah.
Oh, got it. I thought I was getting into quicksand here,
Oh no,
but
no,
no,
no, you're
I
good,
mean,
bro.
but I love proof of work, right? And I will always take something that is proof of work over something that is proof of stake. And having said that, Bitcoin is my way to go right now. So my huddle back right now is mostly Bitcoin. Just so you know, guys, this is not financial advice. My savings for when I'm retiring are on Bitcoin. So I'm really hoping for this cycle to really ramp up, right? And
Yep.
talking about altcoins that I might also be holding, I love Atom, I love EOS, I love Ethereum, I love Link.
EOS, bro.
I'm
EOS is dead. Come on, dog. EOS is a dead project.
oh come on! I mean, you've been around. I mean, yes,
You
and
got
I know
EOS?
this, right?
Okay, crypto boomer.
But I'm also I mean, just so you know, I don't have like a ton of altcoins, like a bunch of EOS, but I really like it, and I'm saving it from. I mean, I'm still in profits because I bought like two cycles before, so I have no issues just looking it go up and down.
Yeah,
And
but you
what
might
I'm
want,
looking or winning, yeah,
not financial advice, OC,
yeah,
but you might want to take some of those profits and put it into some stronger projects like Caspa, which you can get Caspa on BingX. I'm actually looking at picking up some more. But yeah, I think Caspa, according to Crypto Archie, shout out to Crypto Archie. If you don't follow him on YouTube, you should. That's one of his. He's projecting that to be one of his biggest gainers. He thinks it could easily hit a. He thinks it has the potential to hit a 1,000x. So
wow.
even if we undershoot that and go 10% of that, that would be a 100x. And I don't think you're going to see a 100x on EOS. So just not financial advice, just some friendly, yeah, yes, exactly. T-shirt, EOS, exactly. That's why I called him a crypto boomer.
Nice. You know what? I'm gonna be taking a look at that asset today, and I'm also gonna be moving maybe something over that, because what I'm actually doing here with those dead coins, guys, it is that I'm waiting for when everything explodes, and what nobody's expecting will be reaching heights that again nobody was expecting. So that is kind of like my eyes behind or underneath my sleeve, just so you
Right.
know. But that's basically what I'm looking at. Yes, and of
Okay.
course XRP.
Yeah. XRP. What about Matic? You got Matic in your portfolio?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is my third most important coin.
Okay. Yep. I got a lot of Matic. Ben Redden said, so no Pepe. All right, let's get
Well,
it
then
back into
whatever
some.
makes you money, right?
Exactly. Whatever makes you money at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Rice TBX says it's best, not a Bitcoin maxi, but a shitcoin minimalist. Okay, there you go. C90 putting that out there. And T-Shroom dropped that link there in the Discord for the Investing Bros Discord. So if you are not there, go check it out, man. There's a free side to it, and there's a lot of fun there. That's my favorite community over there ever, besides Chart Prime's community. So the two of them, I'm bouncing back and forth. So C90 said you can also get Caspa on MEXC also. So let's jump back into charts here. OC and take a look. Let's look at Bitcoin in comparison here, guys, and see what's going on with Bitcoin. Had a message yesterday from Elo Brown on Discord, and he said, "Did we just break major support?" And I was like, "No, calm down, breathe, don't panic, don't be scared, be prepared." That's what I always say. And you can see here that we moved right back into our red box that I've been telling you guys here is our. This is our resistance range, but it's also our key support here on the 786 of the fibs here. And we're just sitting right above that red box right now on that upper trade band of the predictive ranges. There's your delta. And let me get that bottom one. There's your lower trade band. There's your top trade band. We typically trade right in between here. So we are still sitting on the upper side of that right now, above it, which is pretty bullish in my opinion, especially with this wick that just kicked up in there. And we are going to be watching for it to continue its way up. Let me get back in there. There we go. I don't know why my oscillator was not loading. There we go. Oscillator does look like we're getting a broadening on the ribbon here. We did give the, what is this right here, OC?
That is a ribbon or a zero line. I
Yeah, but what it
can't
do?
quite
What
see
it
it.
do? What it
Oh,
do
the
there?
flip of the ribbon.
There you go. There you go. It's because people in the chat wanted to hear you say that. So there's the flip
Yes,
of the
I did
ribbon.
read it.
Got the flip of the ribbon there. And we are moving up to the upside. So Ada Ace wants to know, do you have Cardano in your portfolio?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. Because, we have a lot of Ada fans in here. So got to ask that question. Yes, yes, folks. He has Ada. He's got Ada. It's
I
okay.
do have
Uh,
ADA. Oh, by the way, I think you should go look at Bitcoin dominance. And
oh
despite
yeah, I'm
what
getting
is
ready to
it
get into all
looking
that.
like, oh yeah,
I'm getting ready to
absolutely.
get into that. But actually, if you want to get your chart ready, I'm going to look at a couple more things here, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin dominance, and we'll talk about the total three. So,
Perfect. Yes.
yeah. So back in here, let's look at this. Yeah, let's look like we're about to get some support on this level here to bounce off of. That would be great. I have called that. I think we're going to see up in the range of 45,000. Why do I say that? Because if we come over here to my favorite chart that everyone knows I have, if you look at what we have here, I think we're going to be heading up to the platinum pocket here because we are pretty close. We're in the phase 2 run here. As I told you guys, phase 1, accumulation at the bottom. And then we have phase 2. This is where we get all of our support off the 0.5 here, the 50% on the fib, and then up into the golden pocket. There's horizontal fibs running here against diagonal channel fibs that run all the way back to the history of Bitcoin here. So I think that we're going to get up through here. And if we can break into this golden pocket here, then I think that we're going to be heading up to that lower trade band, that lower 786 of the platinum pocket there, and possibly start phase 3 even earlier, which would be a $45,000 Bitcoin. So I still think that's going to happen in the not too far off future heading into the next halving, folks, because we're not that far away from it right now. Let's go and check out Caspa. I was just talking about this. Caspa looks like it's doing a little bit of accumulation here right now, folks. If you have not gotten into some Caspa, it might be a decent time to get into a little accumulation DCA. Not financial advice, but that's what I would do because I was talking about it all the way back here when we kept getting support on the golden pocket. And I even sent this over to Archie in his private community and said, look, we're getting bounces right here on this golden pocket. We keep getting it. Well, we finally came up. We hit this order block for support, got into the platinum pocket, had a little bit of resistance fight right here for about 8 hours, and then bam, it just launched and rocketed, pulled back, got everything right, nice. And let's go ahead and do this. I want to do this. I'm going to pull up my fib strategy here, and we're going to see what the target is on this, because anytime you have a run up and then a pullback and then a continuation, that is a good time to drop this fib on. So let me go and grab my fibs here. We're going to go from the lower range here up to there, and then I got to click this. We're going to go in, put it on my fib strategy, and let's see if this happened. Nope, that is not the one. I actually want to take it from this candle. There we go. There is the run up, big candle, pullback. If it bounces in the golden pocket, that's what we're shooting for, guys. If you take a look here, we hit take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, take profit 4. Hail Mary is up there at 68 cents. We are right now about to bounce up to that. Not financial advice, but there is a beautiful long setup there for that Hail Mary. If you had done this, I'm giving you guys these levels before. If you want to get these levels, I'll pull it up, screenshot this, come back later, get those levels. When it bounces in there, you enter on the white line, the 382. So it bounced on the golden pocket. We enter on this, take profit 1, take out 25%, take out 25%, take out 25%. You leave the other 25% running for the Hail Mary. If not, you close it out on the 0 line. And that is where you take your final 25%, which is still one first take profit. So that's what I would look at there on Caspa. It's still looking really good right now. And let's go check out the DXY. Look at the traditionals here. Breaking out of a broadening wedge right here, guys. I told you we had this going on. I drew these on here, I think last week, early last week sometime. We're now creating a bear flag and continuing to the downside. Dixie on a losing streak right now. Gold still trading inside of the golden pocket. Real fast, look at the traditional markets, and then OC is going to talk about some Bitcoin dominance real fast. Yes, he did. Gotta find WMT, and no, not Walmart. Ada's all about that that WMT token, man. We're gonna have to bring him on a TA talk to have talk about that one sometime, OC. Um,
Yes,
the ES
please.
one bull flagging here on the 4 hour morning this morning, not really doing a whole lot, but the Nasdaq does look like it's moving a little bit to the upside. It pumped up here to the upper trade band, pulled back, but we did not lose this range. So things not looking too bad over on the traditional market side. OC, what do you think about the current markets right now? What do you think about the Dixie? Like, what's your thoughts on those? And then let's talk about Bitcoin dominance and feed into that conversation for a second.
Perfect. Absolutely. Well, first of all, we see gold being stabilized, right? We have a ton of events, worldwide events happening, and you know what I'm talking about, right? We have two Ws happening at this moment. We have major countries getting back in the game, right at the edge of the knives. So, what I would love to see, it's also Dixie finding some support. Remember that usually Dixie and Bitcoin goes kind of like the other way around, right? One to each other. And we see Bitcoin pushing up, right? And just like you mentioned, I mean, which one of those is a scam? I mean, I wouldn't say that. I would say that I don't have an opinion on it, but based on what my holdings are, I think you know what I'm leaning to, right?
Well, one's debt based. I mean, think about this. If you evaluated Bitcoin based on debt,
Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't be Bitcoin though. It wouldn't be Bitcoin.
it would not be Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin's so much better,
Yeah.
man. It yes, but the U.S. dollar absolutely built on a debt based finance system, which is just ludicrous. But okay, sure, whatever, go for it.
But I mean, again, I'm on the U.S. dollar team. Why? I mean, with everything I compare it to, it's comparable to the U.S. dollar, right? So I like to see U.S. government doing some good decisions and bringing back, the U.S. back into the game or the hardcore game or being again the strongest country around the neighborhood, right? I mean,
Yep.
at this point we need to take a point because I think we're heading to a one lifetime event thing, and I don't mean like COVID or the two W's that are happening here. Something
Well,
more important
as Andre
will be
Jick always
breaking.
says, and I as Andre Jick always says on his shows, and I always tell my 24-year-old son, your fifth or sixth once in a lifetime event that you've had in your lifetime as a Gen Z or a millennial. So there you go.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think you can. We both can relate to this. I mean, our parents and grandparents, they're coming from wars, right? And Vietnam crisis, 9/11. I mean, this is not out of the ordinary, to be honest, right? I
No,
mean,
no.
so far,
So how does you said you had something on Bitcoin dominance? Let's go ahead and talk about that, and then I want to take a look at the total three to show what's going on with the altcoins, and then I think we'll come back for a little wrap up conversation. and then hop out of here and call it a day. I think this is a good, successful show today. So, what do you
Well,
got for the?
well, right here. Where are you, Piper? I would love to have you up here.
Well, let me pull myself on here then. 1 second.
Absolutely. All right.
Go ahead
In
and
the
start
meantime,
talking.
let's take
Yeah,
a look at In the meantime, let's take a look at what's happening with Bitcoin dominance. You can see a strong decrease on Bitcoin dominance, right? And we were talking about this on the classes, on chart prime. Just so you know, I'm mostly there. That's why I'm going to be referring most of my previous experience to that or the previous things there. All right. In the meanwhile, I get used to this show, so or we started getting things into this show. But we're talking about dominance here. And one thing that I really, really, really want to point out is that let's take a look at also what's happening with the price action here. So the price action
larger than
right now, you
life.
can see it's being very, very strong compared to the dominance dropping. All right. So just like Piper was mentioning, look at that. We are, I mean, basically making pressure at the top of the previous range. And this is the range that I was looking at. Remember that? So we keep making pressure on the highest part of that range. And the dominance, it's plummeting. So we see a ton of Bitcoin being moved, what I would guess, to XRP, and the price of Bitcoin not flinching a bit. All right. So why am I saying that this is a strength signal? Because look at what we have here. We have a strong confluence. We have a daily number 3 support. We have a swing entry. We have a number 1 4-hour support, and we have the equilibrium zone. So everything is gathering there. We see the ADX having a ton of strength. We are above the zero line or that 50% line or the 0% line. Sorry, 50. Oh, 20. Well, the middle line there. And also, the only thing that we could be looking at, and I know you want me to say the flip of the ribbon, but right now we're talking at the squeeze momentum. It will be something flipping in here, like happened here, like it happened here, like it happened here. And what would you think is going to happen when the Bitcoin dominance reaches some big support, bounces up, and the price still pushing up? What do you guys think is going to happen? I mean, this is not financial advice. I still waiting for a pullback. I don't know when or where would that pullback is, but I'm being prepared. So I'm not saying it's going to
So
happen.
Ben Redden actually asked. He said, "Piper, will we see sub 25K Bitcoin again? What's your thoughts on that?" I think anything's possible, guys. Anything's possible with what's going on in the world and in the economy. I think that right now, though, we have some majorly strong support down in that lower 30s, $30,000 to $31,000. So it's going to take a lot, I think, to bring it down there. But it's crypto, guys. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. So.
See, yeah, absolutely. So I do, and everything is a chance game, right? And so I'm going to be talking about percentages. I think we're at 35% possibilities to reach that 25K Bitcoin. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Piper?
Yeah, I think it's possible, but I think it's more likely that we hold at 30,000 before we and don't go down there. So I think yeah, I think your odds and percentages are in the ballpark of what my mindset is on it. So
Nice, nice.
so how's the Bitcoin dominance looking um on this? Because we do have it coming down, and that's what I've been seeing. That's why I want to talk about the total three here in a second, because dominance starting to pull back, and we've broken a major pattern there too. So if you can talk about that.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a falling triangle, right? A falling wedge. Usually, I would have been calling this before a bull flag, but as we can see, remember that a pattern doesn't become a pattern one it confirms or one it's broken, right? Because this could be just doing this at the end of the world or the end of times, but it didn't, right? It broke here, and now we're waiting for either some big support for a pullback. Usually, when we break a pattern we go for a look at, for example, this itty pattern, breakthrough, retest, and off we go, right? Again, this pattern, breakthrough, retest, and in this case, We did not. Off we go, but we reverse it back up. So we see breakthrough, retest, right? And off we go. So again, retest over and over. So what I'm waiting at this point will be a breakthrough. This one finding some support somewhere around here, and then going for maybe a retest. And once we go back up here, I'll be assessing again this analysis. But
So
so far,
I got to know your opinion. I got to know your opinion on this
yeah,
OC because there's. I don't know if you watch TA Tim all the time over on Investing Bros, but he's
not
got
all the
this
time, but yes.
he's got this thing about 60% dominance. Do you think that we hit 60% dominance? First off, that's the first question. Second question: do we break 60% and does it go higher
All
before
right.
the big run up of Bitcoin and after the halving? So this is
Oh no.
between now and the halving. Do we hit 60%? Do we go above 60%, or do we reject off of it?
I think we're gonna get very close to 60%. I don't think we're gonna hit it. And again, this is only an opinion. And if we are like yes or no, I will be answering in that matter. Like I don't think we're gonna be reaching 60%. I think we're gonna be bouncing off it. And then once we start getting closer to the event, we're gonna be demolishing it. So in
Okay,
my mind,
so
there's no doubt we're gonna. Yeah,
so
yeah.
let me
Go ahead.
ask. Let me throw this in there. Let me throw this in there. Then,
Yeah.
what if we get a Bitcoin spot ETF approval?
Blowing the odds. Yes, that is a yes. That is blowing the odds. Yes.
Okay,
And yeah, and it depends how the SEC or I mean, yeah, how the U.S. government acceptance on the ETF will happen. And now that we have what China pushing also on it, because bringing back to this, I don't think it is about the ETF. I believe it is the money that is being moved in the process of approving the ETF.
okay, I can go with that. I can go with that. I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the total three. So let me pull over to my charts here. And OC, I'm going to get you a camera on here later. I promise, bro. Um,
Yeah, don't worry.
looking at total three here, guys. This is the total three, and what this is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, you can see that we have got, and with Bitcoin's dominance dropping, what do we have going on here? Moonshot of money coming into altcoins, folks. This is just absolutely pumping. It's like up to 389 billion, almost 390 billion dollars is coming into altcoins minus Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at what we have here. We had a bounce right here on this line. This is going to be the 50. This is going to be your 50-day moving average here. Since that point, it's moved up 8%. And what is the Bitcoin dominance drop from that period? Let me go back and grab that real fast. I want to see when that was. That bounce off of that line was going to be back on the 2nd of November. So since the 2nd of November, that is going to be right in here. Let's see how much has fallen off of this. Let's see, 2.4%. So Bitcoin dominance is losing about 1 to 3 versus the total threes pump up to the upside. So yeah, I think right now, I think you could say that we are at least in a micro alt season. So
Yeah.
mind you, if the spot ETF news came out today, that could all switch in a heartbeat. So
But I mean, this is comparable because remember we're talking about, and I don't think none of the crypto market is comparable to forex, for example. I mean, right now this is a toy that could make you a ton of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? And that's what I'm in for it, right?
that's what we're here for.
But
Yes.
exactly, absolutely, early adopters. So what I'm looking at this point, it is the cap, right, of the coins. So it is not the same 20% on even the top three against the Bitcoin cap. Well, how does
Yep.
that compare? And moving that much money one to another space, unless something very important that just happened to XRP repeats 3 or 4 times, I don't think that would be how can I say it, that much of a for sure alt season or serious alt season. Just like you said, we are on a micro alt season.
Yep.
But so far,
Absolutely.
I do believe, because of the ETF, that this cycle Bitcoin will be the one.
Okay.
And Ethereum, by the way.
And Ethereum. There you go. And Cardano and XRP.
Yeah, Cardano.
We had somebody in here that dropped in, Nabil Abuharu, asked about Pond. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real fast. And because I haven't seen his name in here too much. So give him some TA on that. And then we're going to come back. We're going to chat it out and wrap it up. So here we go. Looking at Pond here for Nabil. This token, I don't know much about the tokenomics on it, so I would have to do some research on this, but let's just do some quick TA. Put this on the daily, and I want to see. Yeah, it looked like, it had its launch. Man, this thing has had a huge drop. I would be very careful with this thing, man. This thing looks like it's just about finished out on its run here, sitting here in this range. Unless you're like doing this for a trade, I don't know that I would hodl this, because it has not gotten anything that the rest of the industry has gotten here. And I can't even really do a major Fibonacci here, but let's try to do one just off of this range that it's been in, and we'll take a look at the fixed range volume profile, and we'll take a look at the fibs here. That's still on my fib strategy. Let's drop that back to that one there. There we go. Yeah, we're getting a rejection right now in the golden pocket on this, bro. If it can get out off of this and bounce up from this right here as support, I would be looking up here at the 50, but you can see that was a major resistance also. So even if it breaks up here, it could be grabbing liquidity here above that, where stop losses are probably set at, and then coming back down. But as of right now, yeah, the platinum pocket, I would say if you're looking to scalp trade this, anytime it's down to the 887, not financial advice, do your own research, but anytime it's down at this 887, might be a good time to get into it. Anytime that it's up here in the golden pocket might be a decent time to look for a short on this, with the tight stop loss, of course, set on this, because you can see very rarely do we actually get too far above this. We had one here, but this one not so much, and this one not so much. So very likely going to have some trouble there. Doesn't look like it's got a very strong action coming to it, although right now we are getting that flip of the ribbon here, so this could be coming back up here, and that's where I would watch for that bounce on that 618 again. But you can see here that we did get that engulfing candle chart pattern that printed here, which typically we see at least sideways movement when that occurs there. Back here when we got it, though, we had a very big dump right back to that platinum pocket. So keep an eye on that one. If we take a look here, there's a major order block up here. That's what it keeps touching and bouncing back down on also. So right now it does have the trend assistant and the dynamic reactor below it, but it is very likely, in my opinion, that we're going to reject off this golden pocket back down to that 786 with that dynamic reactor. That's what I would be watching for there on Pond, bro. All right, that's what I see there. OC, thank you for joining me today, man. I appreciate it. And this is going to be the new team right here, guys. Every day on Piper Academy, OC and I will be bringing you guys the news, the charts, the markets, and everything that matters, so that you have all of the knowledge, because knowledge is profit here on Piper Academy. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, go ahead and check out Chart Prime right there. There's a thing. If you haven't hit that like button and that subscribe, it's right there. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live. And if you don't follow Army Piper and OC, it's right there underneath OC's beautiful face. It is at Army Piper and at Luis Osejo 117. You can follow us both on Twitter, dropping stuff all the time. All the links below for everything that we do. And here soon I'll be having a link for coffee, because nothing goes with charts in the morning like a good cup of coffee. Take a sip and buy the dip. So got the coffee in. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. We will catch you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, stay safe and trade. Keep your charts primed. OC, take us out, bro.
Thank you so much, Prime. Guys, see you tomorrow.
That was awesome, dude!